What's going on, everybody? It is Tuesday. It's the day before Thanksgiving, or a couple of days before Thanksgiving. Actually, today is the busiest travel holiday of the year. So I don't expect a lot of people to be on, but if you are, welcome. We'll probably catch you on the replay, though, of course. So hopefully, if you see or hear this before Thursday, happy Thanksgiving. If you hear it on or after, hopefully the same thing as well. Hopefully you had a good one and very profitable, being that, again, Tuesday is the biggest travel day of the year when it comes to Thanksgiving. Absolutely should be out there making some money. Or if you're listening to us while you're driving, just be safe. And if you hear any Uber sounds, notice it's not from the show today. So don't worry about that. But it's episode 184. Holy crap. What's going on, Sergio? How you doing?
How's it going, my man? Good, good, good. I'm finishing my cold. I think I'm over it. I'm still coughing here and there, but I'm working on it. Is it 184 or 185?
184.
Shit.
I
You think we're gonna make it to 200?
don't know. We'll see. It's a little bit of time, man. It's a little bit of time. And again, of course, everybody on YouTube right now, if you see the little cell phone at the beginning of I changed it. So it's at the beginning of the title. If you see that, that's vertical. If you don't want vertical, don't go vertical. If you want the horizontal, go with the one that doesn't show the cell phone at the beginning, just for future reference. So just be aware of that, because yes, we are doing vertical and horizontal. So if you like the horizontal over vertical, that is how you go that route. So just a reminder there. And let's get into today's rundown, because we got quite a big show for you. We have special guest Michael Schmidt coming on of Repair Ally in just a few moments. We are going to be talking then about Uber has updated its privacy policy. It's that time of the year. Better start reading. Gig economy is attracting more workers as layoffs increase. Scammers almost got to me. Not me, Sergio.
It did.
Lyft introducing Smart Accept with a little bit more info that we can talk about there. Uber giving drivers a second chance. And don't ever do what this driver did. And then we're going to be talking about Uber hit with demand to stop using algorithm-driven pricing. We're going to be going to Uber and Lyft are both being sued by insurance by riders. And then Uber Christmas tree. I don't know about that, but I got a few things to say right there. So either way, with that being said, let's bring on Mike. Mike, how you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for having me, Chris and Sergio. Great to be here.
Welcome to Show Me the Money, Mike. So we're glad to have you on short notice. We appreciate you showing up, and I think you have something really valuable for our audience watching now live and on replay coming up. So please introduce yourself and introduce the company. Is it Repair Ally, right?
Yes, it's Repair Ally, and I'm one of the two co-founders, Mike Schmidt. And what Repair Ally does is we're trying to remove barriers for people to work on modern vehicles. And so we're doing that by providing step-by-step repair instructions and diagnostic plans for any issue on any vehicle. And so on our site, you can go and enter if your car's idling rough, or if you've got a weird noise, you can go describe that, enter what kind of vehicle you drive, and it will walk you through it with integrated videos and step-by-step instructions.
Yeah. As we were talking in the green room, 99.5% of our audience are rideshare drivers, and we use our cars as the tools of the trade. I mean, that's it. We spend 10, 12, 14 hours a day if you're full-time, and we put 6, 7x the miles that a regular working person would put on their cars. So what better way to diagnose problems? And trust me, problems do show up. So how does the process work? Like, does it go all the way from the diagnosis process all the way to the fixing it? Do you refer mechanics? Because somebody has to get their hands dirty and do the job at the end, right? Diagnosis is one thing, fixing the car is another thing, so we can get back on the road.
Absolutely. So we can start all the way at the beginning of you've got a diagnostic trouble code because your check engine light is on. You can enter that code, or you've got another symptom. Your car is vibrating, it's smoking, it's doing whatever. It's completely open-ended. You can describe what the problem is. It'll walk you through all of the potential causes, and it will give you step-by-step ways to validate that. what the issue could be, along with videos of how to actually perform those instructions. So it's very dynamic, whether you've never worked on a car before in your life, or maybe even we even have some professional technicians, early career technicians, that use our product as a way to just be an ally, to help them make sure they're not forgetting anything, taking the most efficient path to diagnosing vehicles. And so it'll get you through the diagnosis, and then once you understand, okay, this is the problem, it'll also walk you through step-by-step repair instructions. You can also, if it's preventive maintenance, you can go straight to the instructions. Maybe you've never changed your vehicle's oil before on your own. It'll give you step by step with videos of how to do that. You can change brakes, spark plugs, engine air filters, all of the typical preventive maintenance. Basically, anything you'd want to do with on a vehicle, type it in, and it'll guide you through the process.
Yeah, as you know, our costs as rideshare drivers for our cars, to maintain our cars. Now, this is according to the government. I'm taking that with a grain of salt, because government's probably not probably. I know that from myself. They're underestimating these numbers. Maintenance costs have gone up 40% over the last 5 years. So that's about 8%. It's running triple the so-called normal inflation rate, and we know this, and our earnings are not keeping pace with actual inflation. So this is pretty timely as far as I'm concerned, and I'm pretty sure a lot of rideshare drivers are turning into DIY, right? Do it yourself, because wherever we can save a few bucks. So is this most for DIYers, or is this most for for people who maybe don't have the funds to fix it? Because look, we need to get the car on the road as ASAP, and obviously we want to be safe, right? Drive a safe car. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And right now we're mostly focused on DIYers because, well, really that's for society, that's where we can have the most impact. Uh, the the inflation on vehicle maintenance and repairs, as you mentioned, is just at the top of the charts. It's far outpacing all other categories of inflation. And the average cost of an unplanned repair on your vehicle, so not changing oil or something like that, but where you have an unplanned issue, the average car cost is about $1,000 across the U.S. right now, which is just imagine having something go out, and $1,000 unexpected for the month. That's a big hit for almost anyone. And to give you some examples, if you had to change your brake pads and rotors on your own vehicle, single axle, the average cost, this varies, but it's somewhere around $500-$600. You could do that on your own for $200 in
Yeah.
parts. Spark plugs, if you want to change your own spark plugs, that can be as much as $400. You could buy those parts on your own for $50. So there's real potential for savings. The other way to look at it is the labor rates that repair shops and dealerships are charging now. And Sergio, to your point, this is up in the past 5 years, 40, I think almost 50% actually. The labor rates are at some dealerships over $200 an hour,
Yep.
and that is just really amazing. So you think about the amount of money you can save if you do a repair yourself. That might take 2 hours of your time, but that can be several $100s.
Yeah, I know that from firsthand experience. I had my 15,000-mile service. Unfortunately, I took it to the dealer, and it was simple oil change, really. Honestly, it was every 7,500 they recommend, I guess. I took it to the dealer. They didn't do anything else. Just oil change and rotate the tires was $200. And I'm going like, I could have done this for like $50 or $80
Yeah,
max. And but as you know, newer cars, because on the Uber Lyft platforms, not much delivery, but for the rideshare side of the business, they keep changing the models, not models, but the year of the car. Like we can't drive Uber Lyft with a 20-year-old car, let's say. And as you know, those cars were a lot simpler, like you said, spark plugs and things like that, a lot simpler than what we have now. Basically, what we have now with the newer cars is computers on wheels. So are your systems all up to date to figure those kind of things out as well? Because, you know, in the old days when I put my hood up, I could see the engine. Nowadays, I can hardly see the engine. I don't know, right? Let's talk a little bit
Yeah.
about that as well.
Yeah, it is our system is up to date with as late as 2025 models, and we're starting to get info in for even next year. So it's up to date. Funny you mentioned this. I actually started out my career as a mechanic, and that was over 20 years ago. Vehicles were much simpler. My first car I owned was a 1991 Chevy Silverado. A lot easier to work on back then. But
Yeah.
I think the modern vehicles, while they are more complex, one of our goals is to break down the barriers so that people aren't intimidated by working on these vehicles, because it really isn't that hard. Um, they have a lot more computer systems in them. They've got a lot more electronics. But we use these, computers, electronics. We use these complex systems every day. Whether it's our phone or laptop or whatever. And so, with a little guidance, I think the average person can do a lot of work themselves, and that's really our mission. That's our goal, to enable people to be able to work on their own vehicle, or if they want to do it professionally, we're also supporting professional technicians as well.
Yeah. As you know, there's a big push for EVs these days, right? From ICE to EVs. There's a transition going on in the rideshare community as well. And obviously your systems support EVs as well.
Yep, yep. EVs, as well as all of the modern ADAS systems, and a lot of the electrical systems, just electronics in general, um, can cause issues with modern vehicles. Right? It's one of the we have a lot more features on vehicles, and that's great, but we've got a lot more things that can break.
Right. I mean, you said you started as a mechanic, right? I mean, I looked at your bio on LinkedIn. You went to Harvard, so I'm going like, that's I don't know. How did that go about? Let's talk a little bit
It's
about yourself.
quite a transition. I might be the only mechanic that has ended up at Harvard, but actually started as a mechanic and then really enjoyed it. I got into engine building. I actually did some motorsports, and really got into that, and then got motivated to go into engineering. So I became an automotive engineer and worked at various companies from Bosch to General Motors, designing engines, designing automotive systems, and new vehicles, and then I ended up managing fleets and service operations for large fleets. So it's been a bit of a journey, but yeah, it's something I've always been excited about, and I've always enjoyed working on my own vehicles, and we decided to start Repair Ally and enable everyone else to be able to work on their own vehicles, and hopefully now more than ever the affordability issue,
Well,
save money doing it.
the reason I'm saying that is because we do interview a lot of CEOs here, and mostly the Ivy League schools or whatever, right? And you're probably the first one that started as a mechanic, ended up at Harvard, and then still enjoy getting your hands dirty. Because most CEOs, I don't think they get their hands dirty. Because I encourage CEOs like Ubers and Lyfts. I go out and then drive. Then you understand what the problems are we're facing. You don't need me talking to you about it, right? But no, kudos to you. Kudos to you. So how long has the Repair Ally been around?
We've been a company for just a few months now,
Okay.
approximately 4 or 5 months, and so still very early days for us. But we've had a ton of interest um, in what we're doing, both from DIYers as well as businesses. We typically sell to businesses that want to support either DIYers or support auto repair in some way. And so it's been a bit of a roller coaster, rapid growth here, but we're excited that we've found something people are interested in.
No, I think you have the perfect mix here, right? You like working on cars, get your hands dirty, but you also have the education to back it up, or start a startup. Like I would call you guys a startup, 3-4 months. It's
Yep.
pretty new, and I'm sure you're going to face some of these vulture capitalists. But hey, so we have a couple of more minutes remaining. I'll give you the floor. I know we have a special for our audience, right? Let's talk a little bit about that, and to close us up, floor is yours.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, for all of the viewers, we do want to support drivers as much as we can. So we have a special. If you go to repairally.com/rideshare, there's a special sign up which gives you free access to create an account to our software, and that's available for it's limited usage, available for a limited time, but it's a free account you can create and have that will support you for doing your own preventative maintenance and as well as diagnosing any issues that might come up on your vehicle. So please check that out, and of course give us any feedback you have. That's one of the benefits we get from users coming in. And I just to add a few things. Obviously, our software helps people to work on their own vehicles, and that can save money. But there's also other benefits. One is, you can, if you've got some kind of issue with your vehicle, simply going through using our software for diagnostics, you can better understand what the issue could be. So when you go to a repair shop, you're informed, and you're eliminating that information asymmetry. You know if they're giving you a fair deal or not. It can also just reduce anxiety, right? It's a lot of people who have some noise or issue with their vehicle and they don't know what's causing it. They don't know if it's $100 repair or $1,000 repair. It helps just to know what it could be. So I'd encourage you to use the tool even if you're not going to work on your own vehicle. So yeah, we're super excited to support drivers however we can, and hopefully this is helpful.
Well, it absolutely has been helpful. So let's answer this quick question. Until what year did they have cars on their platform? Well, Mike said already all the way up to 2025, but how far back do you go? Like, do you go 10 years, 20 years, 30 years?
We go back to 1980. So I'm not sure how many drivers are driving cars that old, but we support any U.S. vehicle. So if you've got some imported vehicle from, I don't know, Australia or something, it may not be on our platform, but anything that was sold in the U.S. back to 1980.
No, it's 45 years. I think we got everybody covered here. We thank you. We thank you for showing up on short notice. So please go check it out. It's in the show notes. The special is also, the link is in the show notes as well. Your Repair Ally was nice enough to extend the special for the RSG audience, and take advantage of it. Look, man, nobody likes getting ripped off. I know every time I'm going to the mechanic, or specifically when my wife goes to the mechanic, she goes, honey, they want to change this, they want to change that. I go, no, don't do any of that stuff. But at least as a backup, right? You just go with some knowledge into a auto repair shop. At least you can save yourself some money that way as well. So thank you for showing up.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Take care.
Bye.
Thanks. All right. So yes, if you are interested, link is in the description, and you can check it out and save some money doing it. So working on your car can be real fun. But I did see one of the comments. I forget who posted that, but one broken bolt could be like 8 hours. And yeah, that's the biggest pain. You do something that's not fun, and then you're like, oh, son of a, you're MFing up and down, or you got a 10 mil socket, and then all of a sudden you put it down and it disappears. It goes into the 10 mil socket graveyard, lost and found that is never found.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. There's ghosts. There must be ghosts. They just disappear. Shit disappears. I don't know. But anyway, no, it was good. I think it's a good idea, and definitely please go take advantage of it. I mean, go to driverally.com/rideshare, and you'll have the services for free for at least for a while anyway. And yeah, I think you all should, if you're a DIYer or even if you're not a DIYer, get an idea before you go to the mechanic, before you get ripped off. So,
Well, we were working on your car, and then all of a sudden, we found out that you have you wanted an alignment, and we found out that your tie rod is off, and it's loose, and you're gonna have to have that one repaired.
yeah, man.
We couldn't do
Yeah,
the
man.
alignment, but we could definitely do that repair for you, and then we
It's
could do
like
the alignment after that.
It's like a human going into the hospital and then they find 20 different things wrong with you. You go in with a cough and then they go, "Oh, you need heart surgery." I'm like, "What?
Yeah.
What happened?"
Well, that's like trying to Google back in the day, "Hey, I have this symptom," and it's like, well, you could have, a cold, you could have allergies, you could have cancer and
Brain
be dying.
tumor.
It's like, what the
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. All right. So yeah, that was Mike Schmidt. Mike Schmidt wasn't there like a baseball player named Mike Schmidt?
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, Philadelphia Phillies, bro. What kind of American are you? I know
I don't
that
watch
shit.
baseball. Come on.
Well,
That's the American I
it's
am.
an American
America's
pastime, bro.
pastime can go screw it. Dude, you know what I do at America's pastime? So we got the Bisons. If I go to a Bisons game, I'm there for literally 2 innings before I'm bored off my ass, and then I decide to walk to the bar,
I
and then
was
I go
right.
there and drink.
I was right.
There you
I
go.
was right. Man, I know my shit. Phillies
There you
third
go.
baseman. That's right. Hall of Famer, Mike Schmidt. Yeah, baseball games for me are hot dogs and beer and peanuts. I can't see
For
the
me,
shit anyway. They
it's
throw the
bar.
ball 100 miles an hour. I can't see shit. So I'm like, whatever.
For me,
Once
it's
in
the
a
bar.
while, something happens, and I'm like, it's still got to be the most boring game on the planet, bro. Like,
I think golf is probably the most boring if you have to watch it.
well, at least in golf, it keeps moving. Baseball is like, they scratch their
You could
balls,
say
chew
baseball
some,
keeps
go back.
moving too, but it's so damn boring.
Yeah, it's just
Um, like I
anyway.
like hockey. I like baseball or
Hockey,
not
I like.
baseball, basketball. I like football. That's a little bit more. That's a little more intense. You got a little bit
More,
more fanfare. You got a little bit more fun. But when it's
more
baseball,
action.
it's just like, all right, I'm falling asleep.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not America's
Anyway,
pastime anymore.
all right. So I see the behind the wheel slide. So behind the wheel. Okay, look, folks. I know you've been emailing me. I have you all lined up in my calendar after Thanksgiving. We're gonna hit it hard, and we're gonna do one by one. Hopefully, you guys are good speakers, reasonably good speakers. So, and we'll have a great conversation. We could talk about your experiences with Uber. We could talk about your crazy stories in your car you've seen over the tens of thousands of trips. You could bitch and moan about it and saying, "I hate this, but I'm still gonna do it." Whatever you want to talk about, I'm game. Email me, Sergio at therideshareguy.com. The first candidates are going to be interviewed hopefully after Thanksgiving, and you know who you are, whoever reached out. And once I get my schedule done, we'll knock them out one by one, and you guys will be on the Rideshare Guy YouTube channel.
Oh snap!
Oh snap!
Second. All right, let's get into our first topic, and that is Uber is updating its privacy policy, and yeah, you know what that means.
Okay, this is like 35 pages. I went through it. I was going to put some screenshots, but it didn't make any difference what I put because the next page was more important than the previous one. So I got this in my app. I'm sure you all did. Uber's privacy notice update. We've updated our privacy notices to provide the latest information regarding how we collect and use personal data. Folks, I would highly recommend. Okay, if you take sleeping pills, you could read this and then you will definitely fall asleep. But I would
You'll be
highly
educated.
recommend, because there is a rider part of this and there's a driver part of this. There's a link, right? When you get into the read the notice, there's a link. It says for drivers, it says here with a link, with a hyperlink. Click on it and start reading what they're collecting on you, what they do with it, if they sell it. All of it is in there. On top of that, what the algorithm collects on you. Look, it's something you guys should read. There is no opt-in, opt-out of this thing. You gotta actually, there was no signature required. They're just notifying you.
Yeah, this is
that
just
this new
notice.
privacy notice update is taking over the previous one. But I would highly recommend you go read the driver part, at least, because I'm pretty sure you're drivers. I'm sure some of you are riders as well, but I don't think that's as important to you as the driver part. Go read what they're collecting on you. Go read what they're doing with that information. And I highly recommend you do that. You understand it. Again, there's not much you can do about it. These are the rules. You can't say like, no, I don't agree with this. I'm like, tough shit. You're just gonna do it. So
I'd be like, well, here's my privacy policy. You just black out everything. Anything
no,
that
I
says,
really thought of like
anything
putting
that
some
says we
pages.
take your data, we sell it, we do this, that, and the other thing. We
Well, there
give
were
you
a couple of things
prices.
that opened
We give
my
you
eye, which I
pay
did not
based
know.
on X, Y, and Z when it comes to your data that we collect. Battery plays a part into it. So if you have low battery, expect lower pay offers.
I read the whole thing, the driver part, not the rider part. There were a couple of things that opened my eye to like, really, you guys are really doing that? And so look, I'm just telling you guys, it's worth it. It's worth your 15-20 minutes to go see what they're collecting on you and what they do with it. Now, what they say they do with it versus what they actually do with it, I don't know if it's reality or not, but I can't get into the conspiracy part of it. But I would highly recommend you guys, as a driver, go read your part.
Yeah, definitely.
You can run it through ChatGPT if you want. Yeah, can we run it through GPT? Yeah, you just run it
just
through
put
GPT, get a
TLDR
summary.
and then the link. It works perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Just put it in there and say, well, it's because rider and driver, Chris. So click on the here for the driver and then put that in ChatGPT or Gemini or Grok or whatever, and get a summary of it. But then it's a forever document. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's basically how they're taking your data and how they're going to pay you less because of whatever data they collect from you.
Potentially,
Potentially,
possibly.
hypothetically. All right, well,
Uber,
let's
Uber
move.
does not discriminate.
Well, that's what they say, but the AI, I don't know what
Well,
the AI can do.
Uber, Lyft don't discriminate.
Well, let's move on. Let's talk about the gig economy attracting more workers with layoffs looming and more coming.
Yeah, good old Goldman Sachs came up with this report as if they're our audience, I think, knows this better than anyone. You know what is that word that we use quite a bit last couple of years, Chris? Oversaturation, right?
Yep.
Although in some cities it seems like it's gotten better through the efforts of ICE, and however, today after the market closed, HP announced earnings. Hewlett Packard 8,000 layoffs, UPS 40,000 layoffs, Amazon 30,000 layoffs. These are decent paying jobs. And look, man, these people are turning to gig work. Goldman Sachs says that high paid analyst figured it out finally, Chris, that gig economy is attracting more workers. And who likes this, Chris? Who likes this? The drivers
Uber.
like it.
Uber
Uber
and Lyft
likes it.
love it
Lyft likes it. DoorDash likes it. Grubhub likes it.
because then they don't
Instacart
have to
likes
pay
it.
any bonuses.
Yeah, because look, there's more supply and it's undeniable. I mean, look, I was reading, Verizon layoffs, correct. And I was reading an article from actually Federal Reserve Economic Data. And we were talking about this with Mike in the green room. The largest cohort of unemployed in this country at the moment is recently graduated college folks and people with 4-year degrees. It's running at 26 to 28%, Chris. That's a massive number. And this is without AI kicking in fully, and these people can't get jobs. So some of those people are going to turn into gig work, right? So according to a recent Goldman Sachs analysis shows that more workers are embracing gig work to supplement their income more than before. No shit. That's why Uber has 9 million gig workers on their platform globally as a result of cool down in the labor market. Yeah, we know what's going on. And key factors are work on gig platforms in 2025 have increased. And Uber and Lyft during their earnings calls, by the way, talk about this, that average driven hours are up. Well, yeah, they are up because you're not paying enough. So I have to work 50% more to make the same amount of money I was making last year. That's one reason, but no analyst will ask them that question because I do listen to the earnings calls. And Goldman classified gig workers as employment that includes subsets of workers, such as independent contractors, temp agency, or on-call workers. The analysis showed that workers who choose to participate in the gig economy would only be able to earn 50 to 65% per hour of work as they did in traditional jobs. No shit. Welcome to our world. Amazon, Verizon, HP, UPS workers. Welcome to our world. So yeah, I mean, I think this writing was on the wall, and I'm not surprised.
Yep. Well, unfortunately, it might get darker before it gets better, but as you said and alluded, there's some clearing out of different accounts, and I talked about that as well in a video. How we just had seen that it has to be taken in a promptly timed manner when it comes to your selfie identification, so it can kind of see if there's these account shares happening and kind of try to eliminate it. So they might actually be moving in a good direction there. But yeah, that's it's this balance game, and it kind of seems like it's just going back and forth like this right now.
Yeah, the balance is skewed to the supply side now for sure, and then the usage of these platforms may go down. I mean, if we go in a slowdown or a recession, um, I mean, the consumer is also going to pull back because this is discretionary income. This is not, you may not go to bars every weekend. You may go once a month now, and well, you don't use Ubers for that, right? And we know what's going on with AVs too, right? I mean, in California, 1 million trips a week. That's a lot. That's 1 million trips less for human drivers. And
Mhm.
they're all over. Then they're on the freeways now. They're expanding to San Diego now in California. I mean, look, we have driver community has problems. So if you're not getting quests or ride challenges or bonuses, or you can't see surge, well, we know what the reason is. There's just too much supply out there.
Yep. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about how a scammer almost got you.
Almost did, bro. Almost did. Now the writing is a little too small on this. You have to take over this one. This came to me as an email, right? So what do I do? First thing, I look at the source of where it's coming from, right? Because this looks pretty legit, right? Then I started laughing. Then I immediately forward this to my Uber people. I go, what is it? Like, is my name like floating all over the place now? Do people have accounts under my name? Because how would I get this email otherwise? I'm sure my email got compromised, or some scammer watched the show actually, because it came to Sergio at the rideshareguy.com. Now, if it had come to my Uber email address, then I would have taken this a little bit more seriously. It took me about 10 seconds to figure this is a scam. And look what it says, Chris. First of all, where did the email come from?
It came from uber.agent@gmail.com.
Okay, so that's your first clue, folks.
So
That's your
it's an
first clue.
Uber agent.
Yeah, that's your first clue. Okay. Gmail.com. Yeah, sure. That's your first clue. The second clue is, if you want to read it, look at that English, bro. That's a little like no punctuation. And it says, we're sorry about the problems you're having, but why don't you send us your, like, I think it's somewhere in the middle. I can't see it. It's just too small. What does it say there? It says like, send me your credentials or something, right?
It says, thank you for reaching out to us. So you reached out to them, apparently. I
I did,
understand
yeah.
how frustrating it must be to experience issues with your account. I truly
Mhm.
appreciate you bringing this to our attention. Our team is already reviewing your concern. We'll do everything possible to resolve it as quickly as we can. In the meantime, could you please confirm the following details to help the investigate faster? The email or phone number linked to your Uber account, a brief description of what you experienced,
Mhm.
can't log in, payment problem, missing trip, any error message or screenshot if available. Once we receive this information, we'll update you with the next steps right away, which means they will want you to log in and do stuff or something else. But
Yeah. And then
thank you
empty
again
your
for your
bank
patience.
account.
Yeah. Thank you again for
Mm.
your patience and being part of the Uber community.
Mm.
You make sure this gets sorted out soon.
So to me, an experienced person, this looks completely illegitimate. This bullshit, right? I was like
Mhm.
laughing, and then I did send it to Uber, and they go like, "Yeah," and he goes, my contact at Uber said nobody will fall for this. I said, "You'll be very surprised how many people would fall for this, right? And especially if you're newbie or you don't watch us or whatever. So if you do get stuff like this, folks, first of all, Uber does not call you, period, unless you get in a crash. Then they'll call you because they have the data from your gyroscope. Uber support never calls you. So if they call you and say, "Hey, we have a VIP for you to pick up," all these old things that we talked about, scams. So this was obviously a phishing scam, phishing scam. And I was like, "Yep, go F yourselves." Don't even respond to these things, by the way. And sometimes there'll be a link in these things. You can open the email, but do not click on that link because then they'll install malware on your computer and then all kinds of shit could go wrong. So just don't do anything. I will go delete in the trash can, empty your trash can, you'll be good to go. But don't fall for these things, folks. Don't fall for it.
Yeah. They're gonna contact you a number of different ways, and it's all at the same time as well too. So it's gonna be in your app, so you'll get an in-app notification. So if you open up your app, you will actually see the notification. They will email you, and it's usually also a text. So that is the three ways that they will do it all at the same time.
So this person already, okay, listen, you posted the same shit 4 times already. So if you do that, I'm gonna boot you, number one, but I'll respect your question and answer it. It is too simplistic. If you don't understand, if you've been an Uber driver for a while, the crucial question is how they obtain the driver's email address. This is not my driver email address. This is Sergio at the rideshareguy.com, which is public for the last God knows how many freaking years now, right? So that's your first clue that they sent it to. If they had sent it to my Uber account email address, then I would have said, okay, well, we have something here. Then I would have been more concerned actually that my Uber account email address has been compromised. So they sent it to Sergio at rideshareguy.com. I think the whole world has fucking Sergio at rideshareguy.com email. So
Well, except for the people that are like, "What's that email again? What's Sergio's email again?"
yeah,
Come
no,
on,
I'm sure somebody will ask that today.
I'm sure. I got screenshots. What's your email? But either way, the moral of the story is when you get these texts, because there's a lot of texts as well. And then same thing, there's a lot of rider scams that happen. So go back and refresh because we've done several videos talking about it. Some of the things may have changed in terms of text, but the basic premise of it is still all the same. So just be aware of those things that Uber will never contact you and try to get your information or anything like that.
Yep, that's true.
All right. Let's move on. Let's talk about the Smart Accept. Man, I don't know where you got these screenshots from, but um screenshots, not actual taking shots of your um
Okay,
computer
so the
screen.
problem is I did not get these are not screenshots, these are actual photos
You're
because
fine.
because um the screenshots I received were not screenshotable. So let me put it to you that way. That's all I can say.
Mm,
So Lyft has come up with this brilliant idea, Smart Accept. So secure your ideal rides and get a bonus. So it says, be among the first try to Smart Accept. This is not Auto Accept. This is Smart Accept. There's a difference between Smart Accept and Auto Accept because priority or preference, was it preference or priority? I don't know. The one that you get paid 15% less. Which one was that one? Priority.
um
Was it priority?
priority, or yeah,
No,
priority. We all call it poverty though.
poverty. Yeah. So that's gone now. So everybody has poverty now. So be among the first to try Smart Accept, a new feature that lets you auto accept select rides that meet your preferences. That's a whole mouthful right there. When a rider requests a faster pickup, it'll be automatically accepted, so you can secure the ride you want without the stress. Plus, for a limited time, because we're launching this product, a $3 bonus on every auto-accepted ride will be coming your way. All right, let's look at the details. Let's look at how it looks. It has, that was not it. I sent you more. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now what you can do is, first of all, you have to turn on Smart Accept. Okay? So then it gives you choices. All these choices, wonderful choices. $8 rides or higher. You can toggle on and off, like check mark it, or meaning pick these types of rides, whatever types, and it'll give you a $3. Now, I don't know if it's 8 plus the 3 or 8 includes the 3, but I'm assuming it's 8 plus the 3 because it's pretty clear. Or it says $17 an hour rate per ride, or rides under 45 minutes, or exclude airport drop-offs, or passengers want faster pickup. Passengers have 4.8 plus rating. So these are all your choices. So basically, you know how they changed the ride challenges, Chris? There's like a slider now. You can pick your ride challenge these days, right? Like I want to drive part-time. I can only do 20 trips this week. Or then if you want to get the max, you can slide it all the way over and get the max. So now it gives you these choices of these rides, right? $8 or higher, 12 and 17 per hour or whatever. And once you set that, your Smart Accept is set. You will be sent those types of trips, and you get a $3 bonus for a limited time for each trip that you accept under Smart Accept. What do you think about this, Chris?
I like it.
You like it?
Honestly. As long as it is to my preferences on what I want to take, then I'm going to be happy about that. And I'd have to try it in order to make sure that it is actually what I want, when it comes down to it. But the whole thing is, um, what I'd like to see is, um, per mile. So I can do a cost. So, like I say, if you know your cost per mile and what you want to make, plus profit on top of it, then you put your expected rate of what you want. I think that would be better. So it doesn't have to be like, oh, $8 trips or under, because they could send you an $8 trip that's 20 miles. So I think that the reality is that they need to be able to have the per mile accepted like amount that you have as a minimum as well too.
Well, there were 3 questions that I like. Yeah, but that $8 ride is 20 miles away. That's a good point. This one says 17 an hour. What happens to drivers making 35 an active hour? I mean, that's just a choice. You may still be making 35 an active hour. It's just one of the choices in the lineup. And there's a good question. Does 45 minutes include pickup time? If not, it can be a problem. Of course it could. Well, we don't know the answers to this. So when these companies announce things like this, they never put out enough details because they think your drivers are just not going to pay. They can't think that much. And these are 3 simple questions that hopefully most drivers would think of. And so I don't know about this. I mean, why do I need this, by the way? I have upfront fares. I'm looking at it. Why do I need it? I'm not sure. I don't.
So you can just go from one to the next to the next to the next.
So it's an auto accept. Okay, so this is almost like an auto accept with it kind of makes it look like it's giving you a choice. Kind of.
Well, here's the thing. If you can put some of the input into it and it actually filters it out,
yeah,
you're more apt to accepting those particular rides.
okay.
But the thing is, you still have to pay attention to each ride coming in because you still have to figure out, is this profitable or is this just a veil that they're putting on top of it in order to see it to make you want to try to accept everything and have all of these different filters.
I get you. Okay. I mean, okay, then it's not a bad idea, I guess. But I wouldn't use it. I mean, I will not auto accept.
I like to be in control.
I will not be auto queue for sure. Definitely not auto manual queue. And this is how it works. Set your preferences. Only rides that meet your preferences will be auto accepted. You can still manually accept all other rides. Change or turn off Smart Accept at any time. Okay, I like that. You'll be prioritized over drivers who aren't using Smart Accept. Now, this is an interesting point, though. you'll be prioritized over drivers who aren't using Smart Accept. So most likely this is going to go to the end when a rider requests a faster pickup, because then they charge the rider more for priority.
Yeah, but you
And
know what
means
that is, right?
yeah, I don't know. I don't like that
That's just
segment.
the switcheroo.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah,
that's just saying you're open to the switcheroo.
yeah, yeah. And for a limited time, you also get a $3 bonus on every auto accepted ride. So
See,
this
now
will
that
be,
right there is probably where I would say that is the reason why it's probably worth it for the time for the
yeah.
limited time. After the limited time, it's not probably worth
Well, I
it.
think if you okay, so I was just thinking about it. How do I like finagle this? So if you set an like I would do this in Santa Monica, for example. I will be at the beach at the Pacific Ocean, so I will put my area filter for a minimum of 5 miles, which is that's the least you could do. So half of it is in the Pacific Ocean, so I have a half of a radius of 5 miles, and I will put the auto accept on and do short trips, collect that $3 on each one of these, and that's how I would do it. You guys
Oh
agree?
yeah, that's the
There you
way it
go.
is.
Like you gotta think
You gotta
about it.
work it for you, man. You gotta work it for you until that limited $3 promotion goes.
Yeah,
'Cause you
I
know
mean,
that's
uh,
they're gonna be
I
like,
would knock
"Oh,
out those.
you've the limited time is, oh, you took 3 rides, there you go, that's your $3 bonus, and we're done."
Potentially, that could happen, yeah. And if you have a ride challenge, better yet, which I haven't seen a ride challenge for a while. So so I gave you guys the playbook right there. So set your back into an area that there are no trips or mountains or whatever. Put your area filter, collect auto accept, pick your pane over there, preferences, collect that 333, and do your ride challenge at the same time. There you go.
Yeah, not too
See?
shabby. See,
Not too shabby.
that's the whole thing. You gotta figure out how it works for you, and
Yeah.
then you gotta take advantage. If they're gonna offer you $3 extra per ride, you're probably gonna make the money there, especially if you're doing all shorties.
Yeah. No, absolutely, yeah. I think it's worth it because shorties are $3, $4 anyway, so you're doubling your income on those. I mean, then I'll do it. Then I'll do like a mile pickup, 2 mile drop off for $7. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least it makes it worth it at that point.
At
And
that
then
point, it's worth it.
when it's gone, it's like, "Oh, well, too bad, so sad."
What's it say? When you click on 17 and the 7th, whatever that means, you can have a slider. You can choose between. Oh, there you go. When you click on 17, I don't know what 7th is.
17 an hour.
17 an hour, okay. It becomes a slider, so you can choose it to be 89 or 10 for a minimum, or 17 through 26 for a minimum per hour.
Oh,
Oh, okay,
here's the
okay,
best
cool,
part. Here's the best part. If they give you
cool.
a minimum of 10 in certain states, that won't work because they have minimum fares.
Yeah, no, actually,
22 for you.
I don't have it here. I don't have it in California. I don't know. I'm sure they're piloting this somewhere. But if it were to come to California, I live next to the mountain, so I'll put I don't even have to go to Santa Monica. I'll just put a 5 mile radius and collect those threes, baby. There you go.
Yeah.
I'll go buy me a Diet Coke.
All right, let's talk about Uber drivers getting a second chance.
How do you like this, Apple?
AR.
AR
Woohoo!
versus advantage versus standard.
Woohoo!
In
That
case,
extra money.
in case you are a habitual decliner, okay, and you declined enough trips that you fell to standard, and everything you're getting is standard mode, no advantage for you, no sub for you, which is fine. I wouldn't worry about it. But now there's a second chance Uber is giving you an opportunity to get to advantage mode. There's a one-time acceptance rate adjustment for advantage mode. So one time we're going to give you a break because there are so many people in standard mode that trip ARs are collapsing in the country. So one time we're going to upgrade you to advantage to see how wonderful that extra 5% is, over which we don't know. So this is your chance, folks. In your app, you can go, you have an opportunity to go to advantage mode and get a flavor of advantage mode in your city, because you decline too many trips, and you're unfortunately in standard mode jail forever. How we updated your acceptance rate. So that's too small. Chris will have to read that. And keeping advantage mode, Chris will take care of that as well, because my glasses are shit. I mean, that's really small. So what do you think about this, Chris? What are they saying? They're going like, you have a chance to upgrade to first class.
Well, the problem is
Don't be standard.
That kind of tells you something.
Yeah, it says I have a huge AR problem.
It tells you it doesn't work. And no matter what, it's still not. I mean, you could attempt to try this, but it's just how we updated your acceptance rate. With this one-time adjustment, your acceptance rate is currently based on your most recent 20 exclusive trip requests. For example, if you accepted 10
I didn't know that.
out of the last 20, your acceptance rate will be 50%.
Note
that your acceptance rate will temporarily be more sensitive to change while the look-back period is shorter. It's only 20. After the adjustment, accepting and rejecting exclusive trip requests will continue to impact your acceptance rate, and the look-back period for your acceptance rate will increase from 20 trip requests up to 100 as you accumulate more trip requests. For example, when you have 21 exclusive trip requests, your acceptance rate will be based on those 21 exclusive trip requests. When you have 22 trip requests, your acceptance rate will be based on those 22.
Who writes this shit?
Continue until you get to 100, at which point your acceptance rate look-back period will remain at your most recent 100 exclusive trip requests.
Give it a shot, folks. This is your chance to get out of standard mode jail. Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure you'll fall right back into standard.
You're just gonna get right back there. Come on, let's be real.
Hey, man, they're giving you a chance. Give them a break, Chris. They're giving me a chance to move to first class, bro. We're moving on up.
Oh, yeah.
We're moving on up.
Here's the thing. This is all just smoke and mirrors.
Of course it is.
It's all smoke and mirrors, because drivers, you're doing a good job. You're sending Uber a message, and they're fumbling the ball at every turn, because the literally most simplest thing they could actually do is just increase the pay to where it's actually going to be worth it and commensurate to the ride that is actually being given. If they did that, the acceptance rate would be high. But they can't.
It would be high. That's a good point.
You have to play all these stupid ass games.
Well, we have to play these games. You know, it's all games. It's all about fun and games. Right here these days. In California, it's flawed because this is a good point. Here we have every cancellation count up and go get the count down. It's super difficult. I agree. See, this is what they should do. If they want people to go to, instead of these Mickey Mouse games that we need to play, how about this? Since if you're in standard, you're exclusively getting Trip Radar, right? If we accept on Trip Radar, get matched, that should count towards acceptance rate. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. And I'm going like, then how the fuck am I supposed to get out of it? So that's when they put this up saying, hey, this is your chance to get out of jail. And then fall right back into it.
And that's the whole thing. You're just going to go right back. If they paid the trips that were proper, much a higher rate, everybody would be about 90%, maybe more.
Goldman said the more people are coming in, so they're not going to do that. Okay, so this is like Daniel has a good point here. So I'm telling you, they have 33,000 people. At least 3,000 are working on this kind of shit. Okay? Seriously. Half of the time English is broken. Half of the time it's AI anyway written. And explanations are so complicated that I have a hard time understanding it, let alone somebody else. And I'm going like, why do we need all these games, bro? Just pay a little bit more. And
because, man, we're all at the casino. We're all casino junkies right now. We're pulling the lever every single trip we get. We're pulling that lever. Come on, give me 777. Come on, give me jackpot. So they're like, oh well, let's gamify it a little more. You're already there.
Let's do a quick survey. Put 1 if you're standard. Put 2 if you're advantage. Let's see how many of you.
3 if you don't have it in your market.
Well, most people have it. I have it in my market.
I
am going to be advantage forever, because I accept every trip. No, just kidding.
Okay.
Oh, see. There was 2, 3. Okay, don't fuck around. Put 3. 1 or 2.
I just said 3 is where you don't have it in your market. A
Oh,
lot of
31
people
year
don't have it in their market.
Yeah. Two. Look at all these
So
advantage drivers, bro.
why?
Look at what they're all twos, except there's one. Julio is one, and everybody else is two. They like being advantage. They like the 5% extra.
5% of what?
5% of nothing.
It's just like Black Friday deals. Here's the thing: walk into Walmart, go to the TV section, and pull the front. And you'll see 3 digits because it's under 1,000, but it's above 100, so you'll have 3 digits. Pull the third digit out and look at it, and it might be a little cheaper than what you're paying for the TV. Just saying. So the Black Friday deals aren't necessarily what they are, unless it's the only things I get with Black Friday is things that I know that I want, and I know the price is actually cheaper because I've been eyeing it for like 2 months, and then it's like, oh, it's 15% cheaper. All right, well, we're golden. Let's do it.
You have to clue me in with the teleprompter that I'm going to try to buy on Black Friday. If there's a good deal, I want you to send me.
Oh, they're not going to have Elgato's not going to put the XL out. I mean, you could get the smaller one.
Something. I need a teleprompter, so I need you to send me
the smaller one. The smaller one will probably be on sale.
Which one?
The smaller one.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it later. But you're good at this shit, so you send me the link, and then I'll buy the one you want me to buy.
They got their little one showing.
Okay.
Starts at 68. Well, deals end. Ooh.
We're glad you're here. Blackout News Network 888. I'm so glad I found you guys before I started this. What did you start? Right, driving? Are you a new driver? Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about a boneheaded driver that's coming up that made it to national news.
The sale on the teleprompter for the normal size starts November 28th. So there you go, on Friday.
Boom, I'm there. I'm gonna buy it. Is that the one you recommend?
Yeah, it's Elgato. Simplest.
Okay. Elgato.
I want the XL though, because it's big. But they're not gonna they just came out with that, so it's not gonna be cheap.
Thank you, Keith.
They're not gonna drop it yet. That'll be next year's.
Right. So anyway, you have a chance. Uber's giving you a break. Take advantage of it. Go to advantage mode. There you go.
Yep. All right. With that being said, let's actually talk about the driver that you shouldn't do what this driver did.
This was the headline for the segment. Don't ever do what this driver did. This driver, well, the one on the left, let's not look at that yet. Okay. This driver made it to the Dave Ramsey show.
Woo!
With pride, live, he talked about his dilemma or his situation, which was during the pandemic. We can go to the next slide because that's where the numbers are at. And then we'll come back to this first slide to read what I just got in the email. It was like timing was perfect. While as many as 1 in 10 American workers rely on gig economy for their primary income, these jobs aren't always sustainable. In fact, one young man is learning the hard way that the upfront investment he made was not worth the money he earns. Recently, 29-year-old Joseph from California called Dave Ramsey show. You know, that's the guy that hates debt. I'm completely against that. I like debt, but manageable debt. We can talk about that in a minute. Show to ask host Dave Ramsey and Jade Warshaw if he should surrender one of the 2 cars he financed to drive for Uber and Lyft. Are you all sitting down now? You should be. Here it comes. Joseph explained that he first financed a Honda CR-V for $60,000. What the F? Was the fucking rims gold plated, or what is happening? A Honda CR-V for $60K, thinking that he could pay it off with his earnings. However, while he was initially making about $2,700 per week, this is during the pandemic, folks, per week, his earnings decreased sharply after Uber changed this eco-friendly program for hybrid vehicles. He made things worse. I listened to this live, by the way. He then bought an Acura MDX to qualify for the Uber XL program. Chris, I'm pulling my fucking hair out and I don't have any hair. Putting down $30K and taking a loan of $54,000, Chris.
Why?
What
Wait.
the F?
Where the hell is this
Obviously.
Honda CRV even $60,000 to begin with?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, is this like top of the line, like black on black or
Bro,
something?
there is no Honda CRV for 60K. So he did that. So he bought the MDX. So let's go to
Yeah,
the next one.
dude, man.
What a fool, bro. And I'm going to tie this up with financial literacy. Let's go to the next one. And Joseph explained that Uber seemed like a more lucrative job compared to the minimum wage work he had been doing. However, his hasty decisions have led him to a bad place financially. No shit. Ramsey told him to get rid of the second car he bought, but explained that if Joseph allows one or both of the cars he has financed to be repossessed, voluntary repossession, by the way, he may find himself filing for bankruptcy. If you just turn these cars in, they're going to sell them for 50% of what you think they're going to sell them for, and you're still going to owe them the money. You're going to find out that your Uber career bankrupted you, along with some really stupid decisions. And then ultimately he said, you've been working for free for Uber. Dave Ramsey said that to this guy. I agree with only with that one, Dave Ramsey. Now he's given up driving and working another job, making $22 an hour, but he's behind on his car payments, which are $2,800 a month. And his credit score is shit. And I'm going like, yeah. Okay, so that's why the title was this. This is exactly what not to do. So let's go back to the first slide, Chris.
Hold on. Just to put this in perspective, I am on Honda's website right now, looking at a 26 CRV all-wheel drive sport touring hybrid, which is their top of the line, and the MSRP is $46,497.
This was during the pandemic. He bought it. He got F.
Oh, that's yeah.
He got F. He got F'd. Yeah.
Yeah, that's that.
He's buried. He's fucking buried live. So now let's go to the first slide, Chris. Literally, when this news broke, I got this email from a driver.
Smart driver. Now, this is the smart driver.
Serendipity. This is how you do it. This is how to do it right here, right here. So how to do Uber Lyft profitably. I sold my 2014 CRV with 277,000 miles on it for $2,500. My previous Uber vehicle. Bought a 2015 Mazda 3 with 111,000 miles on it for $4,500. So for 2,000, I've subtracted 165,000 miles. I Ubered today in it, and in 6.5 hours made gross $205 driving only 122 miles. So I paid for over 10% of the car for it today already. These are the only types of transactions that make any sense to me. This car has a total cost of probably less than 25 cents a mile, $1.68 a mile made today, at least $1.40 a mile is profit. This is how you do it. Not this schmuck Joseph who is going to go bankrupt with 2 car loans. And, I listened to it live, and we actually, Johan did a video on this. He is like talking. He said to Dave Ramsey's mouth was like on the floor after the CRV 60K deal. And then when he said, I put in $30,000 and $54,000 loan on the MDX, Dave Ramsey said, who told you to do that? He goes, other Uber drivers told me. He goes, oh, you're taking financial advice from other Uber drivers? He goes, yeah, I shouldn't have done that, I guess, right? So,
oh
folks,
my God.
This goes to show.
Where's he located? Did it say?
California. This goes to show financial literacy in this country is shit. It's in the toilet. Obviously, if this guy watched us at all, which he didn't, he wouldn't have done this. Or if he had any sense in numbers, financial literacy, again, he wouldn't have done this. So, quick plug, please go sign up to my newsletter, www.sergioavedian.com. Free newsletter. You'll get it every Monday, 12 Pacific. Amazing article came out today about fractional shares, how you don't need all the big bank to buy shares in companies. You have to start investing, number one. Number two, financial literacy in gig worker community is absolutely garbage, with the exception of few people I know.
I'm not going to limit it just to the gig community. I think it's beyond.
No. Everyone.
Everybody.
Everyone. No, the website is not for just gig workers, but
Half
there's
semester at high school doesn't count.
and everybody from elementary school all the way to college. So for sure, yeah. And especially now that the college kids are figuring out they can fucking get a job with a 4-year degree, and there's unemployment rate is 28%.
How
They're
are
going to live
you?
in their mother's basement
Please
forever.
tell me the demand for a gender studies degree.
That doesn't
Tell
pay.
me where there's demand for that.
Doesn't pay. Does not pay.
No, you know what you need to do? You
Like,
need to
or
go back. You need to
anthropology
go to
or
school.
archaeology, none
Go
of
to
that
a
shit
trade
pays.
school.
You know, but there's going to be massive student loan reform in this country shortly coming up, hopefully. But the point is not that. The point is, please do not do what this dumb fuck did. And I have no hesitancy calling him a dumb fuck. Because if he
Oh my
had
God.
$2 worth of brains and $3 worth of financial literacy, he wouldn't have done that. But he did, and now he's going to go bankrupt. So, folks, don't do it. Do what the other guy did. Sell your junk car for a couple thousand, put another 4 or 5,000. Don't have a car loan note on your car. Buy something that you can use on the platform for a couple, 3 years minimum, so you can
Let me tell you something.
take that all money out.
I have a 22 Honda Pilot, and I bought it. I bought it more for the family.
Yeah,
but it's black leather. It's beautiful, and you know what? It's half the price of an Acura MDX, and it's the same fucking car.
yeah. No, I am
man.
telling you folks, financial literacy, Chris. I talk to a lot of drivers and stuff, and they send me emails, and I'm going like, "Are you like putting me on, or like, is this for real?" Or like, I wouldn't. But then I go, "Wait a minute." Not knowing, not knowing. Look, not knowing is not a fault, okay? Because nobody tells you that shit. Not knowing is not a fault. Not learning is a huge problem. And not listening to decent, and it's not even financial advice, bro. It's just common sense. Some of the shit is so simple. It's common sense, folks. I mean, I don't know. I know common sense left the building a long time ago. However, if you are an Uber driver and you go buy a new car, please unsubscribe from this channel, because obviously you did not listen to a goddamn word we said. Do not ever get into a big commitment for Uber and Lyft, because your car may not even be available on their platform when they make a platform change. Uber and Lyft at the moment, the way they pay, deserves exactly what the other guy did. 2015 Mazda 3 with 110,000 miles on it, and that's about it.
Well,
and he's going to grab the shit out of that. He's going to make 10x the money that he paid for that car.
You know what?
He's going to junk it and buy another one.
This is what I heard that driver did. He decided to refinance. He refinanced his loan to a 120-month loan.
I know you're kidding, but then I'm telling you, it wouldn't be surprising, because you know what? 10 years ago, Chris, the longest, maybe 12 years ago, longest car loan you could take out was 3 years, 36 months.
No, you could get 4.
And then
you get 4 for a while.
Stretched to 72 months, not 80 months. You know, it was like it keeps getting stretched because the car prices are going up. The payments have to stay the same, because when a dumb shit walks into a dealership, what's the salesperson ask them? First question: how much can you afford to pay? 400. Oh, sure, we can make a deal for 400, but now your loan is going to be 72 months. Please, folks, please, for God's sakes, if you're a rideshare driver and you're in the market for a vehicle, do not buy anything newer than 5 years old. Nothing. It doesn't deserve it. This business doesn't pay enough for you to get your money out. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't buy something with 5, 6, 7 years old, with 100,000 miles on it, with decent, service records, and then drive the fuck out of it, because you're already depreciated that thing to pretty much nothing, and make the money, junk it, do the same thing again. Don't ever buy a new car for rideshare, ever.
And then instead of getting a new car, if your engine blows up, replace the damn engine. It's a lot cheaper.
Yeah. And this dumb shit, it wasn't bad enough. He paid $60K for a CRV. He put down $30K. He must have had the money. If this dumb shit, Chris, put that $30K in an index fund in 2020, that $30K would be like 200 grand by now.
No,
that dumb shit went and put it in the fucking car, Chris, a depreciating asset. What a dumb shit, Joseph. Fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. So don't do that.
don't. It just irritated the fuck out of me. Unless you do black, no, I wouldn't do that either. I would do like a 4-year car, 5-year-old car. I don't know what the threshold is for that. Black is not what people make it out to be, Antonio. It's not what people make it out to be. So,
Not anymore.
it ain't. You'll be sitting a lot on your ass. You're on call for 24 hours, and yes, you will make a little bit more than an ex-driver for sure. But I know ex-drivers who grind and make $3K a week. So to me, it's like, listen, whatever fits your bill, but don't spend this kind of money for Uber and Lyft because there are no rules. They can change the rules anytime they want. So don't do it.
Yeah. I mean, how many times have we seen cars that were on the platform at a specific tier and then they're like, oh, we're getting rid of that tier.
Yep.
Or this particular car doesn't qualify for that tier anymore.
Well, just like the 50-year mortgage, now they're talking about 120-month auto loans. What?
Yeah,
No.
10-year.
Let's not do it. Let's just not do any of that stuff.
Well, come on, let's kick the can down the road. We got to make more interest somehow.
No, man, I'm so tired of kicking the can down the road. Don't get me started on any of that shit, please. Don't.
All right,
Anyway.
well, let's move on. Let's talk about Uber's hit with demand to stop using algorithmic driving pricing.
This is good. I like this.
I like this.
This I like a lot.
Thanks.
A lot. This comes from Europe, of course. It's not going to happen here yet. Hopefully, it will. Uber have legal demands to halt use of AI-driven pay systems. Yeah, no shit. That's called algorithmic wage discrimination. All that shit that we talked about improved for the last 2-3 years. Uber has been hit with legal demands to stop using its artificial intelligence-driven pay systems. Yeah, let's go back to rate card, Uber. Huh? Huh?
I like it.
How about that?
Like it. Rate card.
Rate card. Yeah.
All you got to do, you can show me the pick. Here's the deal. You can show me the pickup, the drop off, and the estimated fare that I'm looking at making because it's based on time, the expected time, and it's based on the expected distance. But at least I know for sure that if it takes longer because of a detour or whatever, that it's going to be adjusted. And you know what? I don't care if the ride is 2 miles shorter because I know a quicker route and something else is happening. And so I want to make sure that I get that person in my back seat out of my car. I don't care if the pay goes down a little bit, but at least I still have that upfront information and it's protected by a rate card. So everybody's at a fair advantage.
I agree.
And then that way you're not worried that somebody could come back and say, you know what? I think you're discriminating based on color or creed or something.
Yeah. Well, but this one, Chris. See, Europe have a lot tighter regulations on these TNCs than the US. In US, they bought everybody already. So, when did Uber stock bottom, Chris?
Stop what?
When did Uber stock bottom?
2020-ish? I don't know.
2022. Exactly. It happened to be coinciding exactly with upfront fares.
Well, that's when it started going back up.
It bottomed at 23 and then went up to 100 and change in 2.5 years. So anyway, so Uber says, so they're driven using its artificial intelligence-driven pay systems, which have been blamed for significantly reducing the incomes of the ride-hailing apps drivers. Yes. A letter before action sent to a U.S. company by the nonprofit foundation Worker Info Exchange on Wednesday is understood to allege that the ride-hailing app has breached European data protection law, and they have very strict data protection laws, and that's why we talked about the privacy bullshit at the start of the show. Go read it. Go read what they're collecting on you. By varying driver pay rates through its controversial algorithm. No shit. Next one. And the proposed legal case is expected to be filed in Amsterdam, where Uber is based in Europe. By the way, did you guys know that? Uber is under Rideshare LLC. The moves come after WIA partnered with Oxford University during the summer to publish research on Uber driver pay, which we know happened to be identical to Len Sherman's work, as we know. The academic paper found that many Uber drivers were earning substantially less an hour, while the company was taking a significantly higher share of fares since the ride-hailing app introduced a dynamic pricing algorithm in 2023 called upfront fares. Dynamic pricing variably sets pay for drivers and fares for passengers as a later iteration of Uber's surge pricing, which increased fares during peaks of period demand. Oxford University research found out that some of these people were making less than minimum wage. And under the GDPR is, I think, their privacy law guidelines in Europe, drivers are entitled to demand that Uber stop using this technology, revert to the previous method of transparent pay setting with a human in the loop, and to compensate the drivers for their losses. So I like this quite a bit. And let's see what happens.
I like it too. And that's what I've been saying. I'd rather have the rate card. Give me the upfront information. There's no reason to hide it because then I know pick up and drop off whether I want to take it or not. Because you know what? Here's the thing. If I accept the ride and they're going to a spot I don't want to go, what's going to happen? Cancel? Oh, yeah. So now the passenger's going to be pissed off and the driver is going to be pissed off and everybody's just not going to be happy. And, or you could just not do that, go back to rate card, everybody wins, and acceptance rates will be where
But with a rate card,
about.
Chris, their margins are going to shrink.
Oh, well,
With upfront fares, they have two algos running. They can F
exactly.
the rider and
They
F
can
the
screw the
driver.
rider and screw the driver.
Yeah, but
So
that's why their free cash flow machine is
that's
going
why
through the roof.
instead of this, like it used to be, this is how they stretched it.
Yeah,
And that is why their stock is, or at $80 or $90 a share or whatever it is right now.
yeah.
So,
But that's we can go back to a rate card that will shrink back in. But
well, that's all right because I'll just bet against the stock.
well, you could do that, yeah. But all I'm saying is I like this quite a bit. And Uber's spokesperson at the end, we missed the paragraph. It says drivers drive because they like the flexibility and they don't care about getting screwed by the upfront algorithm. Right there. And Uber spokesperson said drivers choose Uber because we offer flexibility over where and when they can work and the transparency over every trip that they take, including the fare, destination, and their own earnings before they decide whether to accept. If only they were not throttled, if only there were no restrictions on any of the shit Uber, but that's okay. The study we collaborated on is not accurate, of course not. And that's what they said about Len Sherman's, by the way, as well. They said he's smoking crack and relies on incomplete data. Well, then put the fucking data out. You guys keep saying it's incomplete. Well, you guys put out last week.
Uber here. Trust me, bro.
I don't trust you as far as I can throw you. So there
Just
you go,
us, bro.
Yeah, bro. But anyway, so yeah, that's it. That's what's happening. Go Europe.
Well, you know what? Hey, they're telling truths though, because yes, people like having the upfront fare, the upfront information, but the problem is it's not more transparent. So don't lie. You pretend you're just gaslighting at that point. It's so opaque that I could take two similar rides that are literally almost the same pickup and drop offs to a T, but it could be like one's $5 more than the other one.
Yeah,
Explain
that. I feel like this upfront fare thing has been great for Uber, obviously, and its shareholders. But I think I feel like this has been an exchange for knowing the destination of the passengers for lower earnings. That's what I feel.
That's what it is. 100%. Well, you know where it is. So, I mean, you can choose to accept or not. That's what we're offering. You can choose to accept. Yeah, well, when you have a national acceptance rate problem,
decline and recline.
you guys are not the smartest in the tree anymore.
Well, decline and recline because I'm not going. I'm with all these expenses, I'm not going to do it. But anyway, so
speaking with expenses, we're all pissed off about external expenses, and Uber takes 90% of the fare, and they're like, "Oh wait, we're only taking 5% because the external fares are so expensive." Commercial insurance is absolutely insane. Bam! Progressive class action lawsuit.
I'm serious. Not too many people pay attention.
Allstate too. I wonder why.
By the way, Progressive and Allstate are the same company. Progressive owns Allstate. Here's the deal. No, Allstate I think owns Progressive. One or the other one owns the other one. Long story short, Progressive is the commercial insurance provider for the riders and drivers for the Uber app. Allstate is the one, primary one. There's many others that they use. So, Chris, this could really break these fucking companies. Do you know why? Because this is not driver related. This is rider related. A few riders said, wait a minute. You know, I'm telling you, this didn't get that much play, but when I read this, I was like, this could be huge. So Progressive hit with class suit over Uber insurance charges. So what happened is that Progressive was hit with proposed class action alleging it charged Uber Technologies passengers in California for a policy intended to cover accidents involving other at-fault drivers who lack insurance while providing an illusory product that violated state law. The policy sold by Progressive and its subsidiary contained illegal provisions that rendered the coverage secondary rather than primary, excluded entire categories of damages such as medical expenses and forced insured parties into a separate occupational accident insurance program, according to a complaint filed Tuesday in the U.S. District Court in Northern District of California. This will break Uber's back and Lyft's back, because this is rider related now, Chris, because drivers will bend over and take everything. So I chat GPT'd it, and it says Progressive is facing proposed class action lawsuit in California alleging it charged passengers for an Uber insurance product that didn't even exist. Now, this takes another step forward, Chris. Lyft's commercial insurance agency or provider was Allstate. The same week, Allstate's getting sued now, right? Now, you got to fucking read this whole thing and understand, folks. You guys can Google and read this. Please go read it. And so passengers paid for mandatory protection while insurer crafted unlawful exclusions, plaintiffs say. Let's go to the next page. 2 California Lyft passengers claim Allstate charged riders for mandatory coverage while engineering policies to deny claims. Listen up to this, Chris. You know that external expenses, bro? That's all this. All this. A lawsuit filed this week in federal court accuses Allstate Insurance Company and its subsidiary Northlight Specialty Insurance Company of running what plaintiffs called a bait-and-switch operation that generated profits by selling California rideshare passengers illegal insurance coverage designed to evade coverage obligations. What they did, Chris, is they created this fucking shell company, Northlight Specialty, which was not even a California company, which was not even entitled to fucking sell insurance in California. And I'm going to say that Lyft did not know anything about this. When those external expenses, the one that we showed last week specifically, which was 95% of the fucking fare, right? And we keep saying, why are these external expenses moving around so much? We have no idea. Same trip, same length, same time of the day. One is 30, one is 20. So this is all going to come unraveled now, Chris. This is all going to come unraveled now, okay? So what happened is that these 2 people filed a proposed class action November 18th in Northern District of California, which is the same as what Uber's is, alleging the insurance companies knowingly violated state law from October 1, 2020 through October 1, 2022 by crafting transportation network company policies for Lyft that appeared to provide the required $1 million uninsured motorist coverage while actually excluding claims through unlawful provisions through Northlight Specialty Insurance Company. So it goes on and on. Please go read this. This did not get any play, but this could be super, super damaging to these companies. Because now I understand, now when I call external expenses hocus pocus, there's your hocus pocus right there. This is quite the proof that your hocus pocus is right here. And
they were scheming their own shit.
Yeah, and adding to concerns, Northlight operates a surplus liner insurer, meaning it sits outside California's regular insurance regulatory framework and does not participate in the California Insurance Guarantee Association. So they created a shell company. They denied all the claims through Northlight. Allstate did. The suit is not against Lyft. It's against Allstate. But since Allstate is the provider of commercial insurance on every trip for Lyft, is Lyft just going to say now, oh, we didn't know anything about this. We just charged the external expenses whenever we see fit. We had no idea that this shenanigans were going on. No, this could be big because this is the rider community now. And, Yeah, but please go check it out. Google it and do whatever you guys need to do. This could be very serious, very serious. So there you go.
Sounds like it.
Hocus pocus, man.
Yeah, well, when you get 60% of the fare going towards commercial insurance, something's wrong here.
Yeah. Well, insurance lawyers versus Uber lawyers. Yeah, Uber will lose every time. I don't know. We'll find out. Nah, plausible deniabilities is not it. They created shell companies. I mean, look, they're going to dig into this, obviously. All I know is Uber and Lyft cannot say, oh, we didn't know anything about this, by the way. We'll just trust us. We didn't know
It's either
anything
gonna
about it.
settle and just go to court, or
Yeah.
not go to court, because discovery would be huge there.
Jack up the external expenses on the driver, and driver knows no idea and has no idea why external expenses are so high.
Yeah,
And the rider goes like, well, shit, I actually, the rider is paying for that, Chris, right?
Yep.
Because until now, they never had a problem with these rider situations. Not that many. They had the
Well,
sexual assault
it
problems.
sounds like some of it was because these companies weren't issuing the payouts as they were supposed to in the event of an accident or anything like that. So I think that's where it started coming from. And then they're like, wait a minute, this is supposed to be insurance. And then they're like, oh no, too bad. I mean, how many times have you seen movies where it ends up being the insurance company that's the bad guy in it? I mean, like Now You See Me is like notorious for that. I mean, they had a fantastic way of screwing that company out of the insurance. Great movie. If you haven't seen it, go see it.
Yeah, we did. We called it. Yeah, I agree with you. Shell company denying claims under that proposed so-called $1 million insurance for the other side's fault, if it was the other side's fault. And then they denied all these claims. And then the rider go, wait a minute. And then Lyft and Uber say, oh, the fares are so high, and we have to pass SB 371 to lower the fares now. We're going to break now. See, all this is kind of connecting now for me, just making the picture whole for me now. And yeah, this could be interesting. So I will keep an eye.
Hey, let's come up with this nice little racket, huh? Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna get people to pay great money to travel from place to place. You guys got to offer the insurance, but you know what? We jack up rates, we all make money. Hey, how's that sound?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Whew,
That's what they did.
quite the racket.
Anyway, so that's that.
Well,
and last but not least,
let me tell you, Christmas is coming up, and it starts. If Chuck, if you're here, it starts on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern or 8 p.m. local time. We'll just do that. It begins. That's when Christmas season starts, not before. So anybody who's listening to Christmas music, watching Christmas movies, y'all got to be 5150'd, and I stand by that. But freshly cracked Christmas tree delivery is available this holiday season through Uber.
You can do this in your car. You have a perfect car for it.
Woo.
You mean you're not going to do it? You're not going to go you're not going to go to a Christmas tree yard and buy a tree and and deliver?
I like the idea. I do. I think it's nice.
Okay.
But when it comes as a driver, I don't want that stuff all over my car.
Yeah, I don't have the car for it. But freshly
all you gotta do is put it on top. We'll rope it up.
Remember last year? Was it last year that you can order Christmas carolers through the Uber app? Remember that?
Well, I think they did the Christmas tree thing too, didn't they?
They did the Christmas tree? Okay.
I believe so. Oh yeah, you could get Christmas carolers. Oh, holy night. Hold on, wait.
I will yeah, on your Miata. Yeah, that'll fit in there. A fucking fake little 2-foot Christmas tree for you. Uber Christmas, yeah. So the rules and regulations. There are rules and regulations. You can't just go pick up a Christmas tree. You have to go shopping, by the way. So below are some of the more details. Where the Christmas tree section. There's like rules and regulations for this shit. You can't just go, yeah, I'm going to deliver Christmas trees to make families happy. You guys have to read all this shit. And there are like, you can't just, I mean, your car will be scratched to shit. There'll be pine needles everywhere, I'm pretty sure, or some mud and dirt and shit. Or if you tie it up on top of your car, maybe that's one way to do it. and you have to. I'm not sure if you have to buy the tree and then deliver it, and then you get paid. Because it
Oh,
says
it's a
what
shop
is the
and deliver.
checkout.
So it's a shop and deliver. So it looks like you could
A shop
just
and
order it
deliver.
through the Uber app as a customer, and then they'll send a driver to go pick it up and deliver it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not doing it.
So if you're
Uh,
interested in opting into freshly cut Christmas tree delivery opportunities this season, let us know by following the opt-in below. A few things to
well,
know when delivering freshly cut Christmas trees via Uber Eats. Customers appreciate when trees are treated with care from pickup to drop off. The
what could
store
go wrong with
associate
that?
can help lift the tree onto the roof of your car. You can bring a blanket or tarp to protect your vehicle. Trees will range from 4 to 7 feet in height and 15 to 50 pounds in weight. Delivery partners must be willing to be able to lift up to 50 pounds. For more information on safe handling of bulky and heavy items, check out the item handling course in the Learning Center. Click here for more information on Christmas tree transportation tips.
Think of all the money you save by not buying these 5 air fresheners. Think of all the scratches on your car.
Yeah.
And then there was like, this was funny right there. It goes, you wear an Amazon vest, have delivered 500 trees in 6 hours, or you don't get paid. Yeah, that's
No, no,
the
no, no, no.
spirit.
Come on, let's be real. It's
That's the
500
spirit.
trees in 6 hours for $13.12.
It's doable. It's doable.
You get paid $13.12.
It's very doable. 500 trees in 6 hours. You know, I'm surprised that they're not asking you to go to the woods and cut the tree and put it in your car and fucking deliver it that way.
Oh, come on, let's do it Chevy Chase style in Christmas Vacation. We got to get the biggest freaking tree, but we forgot to bring our chainsaw or a handsaw, so we just got to dig the damn thing up.
So what was it last week that we talked about? Uber added something to the platform.
I don't know.
Ski. Okay,
Uber
ski.
ski,
Uber
yeah, yeah.
ski. Uber ski. Uber carolers. Obviously, food, alcohol, whatever, all that shit. Now we have Christmas trees.
Just so
And
you know, if you decide to do this, or
yeah,
if you want to do this,
bring cheer.
tree sap is a real problem for cars. So I suggest the DIY detail. Go to the website. They have a tree and sap remover. Best, amazing, most greatest stuff when it comes to getting that stuff off your car. So if you want to do this, we're having fun knocking it and all that, because yes, you risk damaging your vehicle. But for those who do want to take this opportunity, who want to share helping people be able to get Christmas trees, it is a noble thing.
But isn't the
But
fun
when it
of
comes down to
Christmas?
it, DIY detail, tree and sap remover, fantastic product. I use it. If you want it because you're doing it, also use it too.
But isn't the fun of Christmas if you use a real tree? Okay. Go with your family, with your kids, pick a tree and take it home and decorate it and all that shit.
And ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh, because the economy is so bad. I got you. Yeah, because
Ain't
we have to
nobody got
work like
time for
12
that.
jobs to fucking make ends meet now. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Sounds
Walking
good to
Buddy's
me.
great, but Cuddle Buddy is where you make the money. And I rent out my bed for
There's no app
$50,000
on
to all
that
those
one.
lonely ladies.
Cuddle Buddy? Is there an app for that?
Oh yes, there is. Remember we talked about that.
We did. Yeah. Somebody created that app.
You could be a cuddler,
What
a
the fuck?
professional
Somebody
cuddler.
created and they're making money with our
Oh
idea?
yeah. No, that was dude.
Oh.
We highlighted somebody doing that.
Yes, that's true. Cuddle Buddy. What the fuck is going on this planet? I know, you can rent
Main
like
business
girlfriends
is
and shit
mobile
in Japan
detailing.
for by the
What
day.
products are you using?
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity.
I don't know if it was an X or not, but I
There
read
you
it
go.
somewhere
You
that
can verify DIY's bug and tower remover is excellent. Yes, I love
there
their
you go.
products. They got some great products.
If Keith says it, we believe it. The other thing is I read somewhere that you can rent the girlfriends in Japan by the day, by the hour now, and in Thailand.
What are you talking
But
about? You
then
can do that here too.
be careful about
Make sure they're not cops.
He-Mans over there.
Ask them first. You a cop?
No, yeah, and then check out Adam's apple because there's a lot of She-Mans
Yeah.
over there. So
Well, that's not Japan. That is Bangkok.
that's Thailand, yeah. Yeah. Okay, then
No wonder Jay likes it. Oh, just kidding.
I
Just kidding.
definitely trust other drivers to pick out a tree for me. I'll pay Uber more than what I would have paid. Look at see, there you go. Okay, there's a customer for you, Uber.
What are you talking about? Do you know how many people have bought that Charlie Brown Christmas tree? Holy crap, it's insane. So, like, want that Christmas tree.
Anyway, so I mean, you know what? If one of you guys does this, watching later or whatever, please email me and just tell me like how this went, what an experience it was, because somebody will do this. I'm pretty sure. I mean, there's a demand for it, and Uber created
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. Hey, if you want to make money, I mean, you could do it. You could put down a protective blanket on your car. You know, go grab a moving blanket from Harbor Freight. Something.
Okay.
They're tying it down. Be careful when you're putting it on. I mean, there's a lot of different things you can do, and then hopefully you're at least getting compensated properly for it. That's my big thing. But yeah, like you say, if you want, get that sap remover from DIY
okay.
Detail.
Do you think?
Great product.
Do you think the compensation is going to be fair?
I don't know. Probably not, but
I mean, okay, what would you say? Okay, so what if you were doing this? What would you say your compensation should be?
well,
And
Dinesh
let's say
Dinesh
from the
wants
tree
13
yard to the house is 10 miles. That's it, 10 miles.
Dinesh wants 13 lakh.
What? What? What?
You'll get that later.
I would say minimum of $50 minimum with a tip.
They're not going to give you $50 to deliver a Christmas tree. That's more than the tree itself. Come on.
No live tree is fucking $50. Trees are $400, $500, $600, bro. What are you talking about?
Maybe in LA where there's no trees.
They are.
I can go to the tree factory and pay $75 for a Douglas fir.
Well, that's fucking Buffalo. That's why.
Yeah, so know your market.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly to Buffalo and get me a tree and drive it back to California.
No,
I don't think it should be anything less than $50.
I don't know, but all I know is Dinesh says he wants 13 lakh.
What the fuck, Chris? Anyway, all right. So, Hanukkah bushes? I don't know, bro. I don't know any of that shit. I'm not too religious, but our tree is up, although the lights are not working on it. And I'm supposed to go fix that shit as if I know anything about any of that.
Just take the light and wiggle each one. That's all you got to do. Find the loose one.
It's an 8-foot tree. It's an 8-foot tree with 600 lights on it, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? I'll be 60 years old before I fucking play with it. I just say throw it all out, go buy new ones. That's what we'll do. It's not a fucking chance. See, good trees are 300 plus in Chicago. Jesus, $75.
I mean,
what age are we in?
Look, instead of buying in Chicago, go to Aurora. Come on, go down the street to Aurora. Don't stop in Naperville because they'll screw you in price there because it's all the rich people that live there. Go a little bit further to Aurora, and you're good.
Okay, I'll bet you anything.
You'll get. I guarantee you'll get it for $75 too.
Okay, Buffalo must be the cheapest Christmas trees on the planet. $75. You can't even get a Happy Meal for $75, bro. What are you talking about?
No, you know what? I think McDonald's is more than Five Guys now. Honestly,
go to Five Guys with your family of 5 now. Go fucking get out of there with 75. Not a goddamn chance.
There you go. $40.
$40. What? Like this?
Indiana, maybe.
Like a foot tall? What? Okay.
Oh.
Well,
see, here's the thing. You fail to remember. You fail to remember. Cities don't have big, massive tree farms. But if you go to a place that has more trees, that means there's more supply. Supply and demand dictate price. We've well established this already.
Okay, then. Well, I get the supply demand part.
Go a little bit south to or where what you call it, Gaper or whatever the hell it is. Go there. Come on.
Well, they started popping up all over around me. The Christmas tree. What do you call those? I don't know. Selling whatever. And yeah, like an 8-foot decent tree is nothing less than like $300-400.
Yeah,
and delivery. But then now that Uber has it, maybe I'll have it get delivered by an Uber guy.
See, what I would do is I would just go down Hollywood Boulevard, cut down a palm tree, and take it home. That's my Christmas tree.
Imagine delivering a Christmas tree and not getting tipped. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. It will happen, I'm sure. See, Charleston, $200 apparently.
Apparently, that's the key word there.
That's a good one.
Hey,
75 if you purchased from a crackhead that stole it. Yeah, there you go.
Hey.
Crackhead, I love it. Like crackheads and myself get along really well. So
There you go. A
anyway,
lot of tree farms in Harrisburg, PA. Trees are like 50 to 125. There you go.
bro, you guys are living in 1995 inflation fucking bullshit
Because there's a lot of
utopia,
Christmas trees. There's a
allegedly.
lot of trees that are around. That's why it's not crazy. But you know what? Screw buying a tree every year. I have my fake tree.
Oh, you have a fake tree?
Damn right.
We have 2 fake trees in the house. This
Actually,
is
I have like 4 or 5 fake trees.
okay. So my wife sets up three Christmas trees in the house. The one good at the entry is real. The other 2 shed worse than a fucking German Shepherd. Every time I put it away, I'm covered in shit. God knows what kind of chemicals are in that shit. So, and I'd be like, okay, why do we need 3 fucking trees? Well, this looks so festive. This looks so nice. I go like, what the fuck is wrong with women, man? And anyway, fake trees, yeah, fake trees are better. The other 2 are perfect. You just open it up, it falls apart.
You know what I did? I planted a tree
But it
outside.
smells so nice, Chris.
Well, I planted a pine tree outside. It's like this big right now. I'm using that for the next 20 years,
okay.
100 years until it
It's
blows over.
And then you have to discard it. There's like you have to call like some sort of department in California. You can't just fucking, because of fire hazard. You can't just fucking put it in front of the door.
Oh,
And
see, that's the
I'm
best part.
like,
You just
what
bag
a
it up and throw it out front, and the garbage people take it.
Did I mention I hate Christmas? I mean, it's like the most fucking commercialized
Oh,
bullshit.
it's fucking California, dude. They do everything against just normalcy. You know, Adam Carolla was on Joe Rogan recently that I was listening to. I think it was last week or something. And he was talking about how even still, there's like 5 or 6 permits that have been issued in all of Palisades so far.
Yeah, I know.
Which is insane.
Yeah. I watch a little bit of that. Yeah. Well, that's because we have a thing called
bureaucracy. Shit.
Well, no. This is beyond bureaucracy. I had 2 friends that lost their houses. One in Pacific Palisades, one on the beach in Malibu. There's a thing called coastal commission in California. Okay. Meaning you cannot even put a nail in your house without getting an approval by the coastal commission. No joke. I'm serious. So even if you had the architect ready, city ready, plans ready, because then the coastal commission has to figure out how it's going to look looking from the ocean side, as if there are people fucking on the ocean looking at your house. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And the coastal commission is impossible to pass anything through. So there you go.
Yeah, watch one of the latest videos Graham Stephan did too. He's talking about how
I did.
He built,
he's leaving LA. I watched the one with the thing.
He's talking about every freaking thing, just building this property, and it's like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, he was going to build an ADU.
I'll go to Missouri where there's no freaking codes, and you're good to go.
Yeah,
you're just like, oh yeah, it looks good, perfect. All right, we're good.
What Home Depot is that, bro? Where do you guys live? $40 at Home Depot. You can't even fucking you can't get duct tape for $40 in California at Home Depot.
Hey, you're paying $7 for gas. You're paying $300 for a Christmas tree, and probably 60 cents a kilowatt hour at this point now. We are not the rest of the world. That's why you should leave California.
I got you. Yeah, I'm screwed.
Well, either way, you know, it is Tuesday, and this is one of the busiest travel days of the year. Tomorrow is also going to be pretty busy. So if you have some popular airports around, that is definitely a spot that you want to hit up. Tomorrow night is also a huge bar night. So if you like taking people, but you don't want to pick people up, hit the bar early, like 8 to 11 or something. You'll get the people going to the bar. But trust me, it is a crazy bar night. So there's going to be a lot of people out. So if you want to see some surges, it's going to be after when things are starting to shut down and all that. So, you know, these are definitely the next few days are going to be some great days to get out there and make some money, especially if you're looking for, you know, paying for a $200 Christmas tree, apparently.
$400.
Fuck that.
No, seriously, 8 foot, bro. 8 foot, like $400.
Dude, go across the mountain into the other side. Chop down
I live next to the mountains. I have pine trees in my backyard. You think I'm gonna fucking take a chainsaw and cut that fucking thing and put it in my house?
Yeah.
Anyway, All right. So listen, folks. Happy Thanksgiving. Number one. Number two. Be safe. Please have a dash cam. Number two. Like Chris said, this is the busiest. This year especially, they said 85 million people are going to travel by boat, car, train. Most of it on Uber.
And for all those people around the Great Lakes, good luck, because
freeze
there's
your ass.
supposed to be a winter storm.
The day after Thanksgiving is obviously Black Friday, so be careful with that. But Saturday will be also a massive travel day, going to airports, not from, going to airports. So
Well,
you
got people that are going to airports and then getting rides from airports. So
yeah, you will. And you will. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Please be safe out there. We love you. Oh,
gobble,
fuck.
gobble.
We forgot to mention the petition. I will mention it next week.
Sergio made an open letter to both DK and DR, and he made a video on it. Go check out that video. So you
check out the video. Go check out the
petition.
community page. The link is there. Please sign the petition if you agree with it. If you don't, it's okay. Much love to you all. Please be safe. Turkey contains tryptophan, which will put you to sleep. So be careful after you go down.
Not if you get a little caffeine kick beforehand. Have some Celsius.
That's
200 milligrams of 200 milligrams of caffeine. Ooh.
Thank you everyone for watching.
Enjoy.
And what else? Don't ever do what that driver did. He deserves to get shot.
No, nobody did. He deserves to get some financial literacy sent to his way.
He's in financial hell for a long time to come.
That's where he can just walk away from that damn car, and
he should. It's called there's voluntary repossession. I go, hey, come fucking take the keys. I can't pay.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll fuck up your credit for 7 years.
But
and then,
honestly,
as he's young. He's only 29.
Honestly, from what I hear, they're not even going to be using credit scores to find your mortgage.
What?
Yeah, you didn't hear that? They're looking at not using credit scores for mortgage.
Yeah, well, no, there's different ones, but no, they're still using credit scores. But
not all.
I'm saying is, don't get a 50-year mortgage. Don't get a 120-month car loan. Don't do any of this shit. And if you want to learn about any of this, about investing, whatever, please go visit my website. It's free newsletter. I think we're putting out some banger fucking shit over there. So go read it. And you'll learn something from it. Financial independence is your way, comes your way. So much love. Be safe. Chris, happy Thanksgiving, my man. I don't know if we can do this week after week because of what we know what's going on, but hopefully we can. And that's it.
All right. Well, you guys have a great rest of your week. Enjoy Thanksgiving. Eat some extra turkey. Get out there and make some money. We'll see you next week. Oh, and besides, send some screenshots of how much you've earned this week being out there. We want to see some $3,000 or $4,000 weeks.
Well, there's this week. If you okay, let's do this. If you guys get cracked 2,500 this week, all the way to Sunday, that's when your week ends. Send me the screenshot. Sergio at therideshareguy.com. So Sunday to Sunday, $2,500 weeks. Send them to me. Lyft or Uber or combination of both.
Sounds good. All right, we'll see you.